Webcam Wednesday is almost through, but not before we hit question and answer time on Webcam Wednesday. As usually, this is the segment of Webcam Wednesday where I take your questions and answer them to the best of my ability. User Johnny Come Home asks, how are your living arrangements? And he has 3 questions, so I'll answer them in segments. First question is, how are your living arrangements? Well, my living arrangements are, I am a college student. The housing, here in San Diego, apartments, houses, stuff like that is very expensive, just like in Southern California, most of California. So I do live at home with my parents. It's an arrangement that I like. They support me under the house. I pay for most of my personal needs, and everything's copacetic. And who is that? He also asks, and who is that skinny, dark-haired guy sitting around the house? Well, and you probably don't know this because you don't see both my parents too often in the vlogs. But that skinny, dark guy sitting around the house is actually my little brother. He is turning 18 next month. So he's essentially an adult. He's skinny because my mom's side of the family traditionally are kind of skinny. And he has dark hair because my mom has dark hair. And he doesn't look like me because he picked up a lot of the Filipino traits that we have in our genes. Yes, I'm actually a quarter Filipino. But yeah, that's who that skinny, dark-haired guy is. And his final question is, when did you let yourself go, and how are you getting back in shape? Well, that's actually a really interesting question. It is something that I wanted to bring up in one of the vlogs because I have taken steps to getting back in shape again. I actually never let myself go. I've always kind of been on the chubby side, on the larger side, all my life. It runs largely in part in our family, at least on my father's side. We have, not a genetic weight problem, but we carry more weight than other people, and we have to work harder to keep it off. And I am getting back in shape. As you guys know, that I am an avid cyclist. I am planning on cycling a lot more. I also have started running, which I have never done before, so that should do really well for my cardiovascular and losing the weight. And I did join Weight Watchers. For any of you outside of the United States or inside of the United States that don't know what Weight Watchers is, basically it's a program, a full-fledged, all-inclusive program that kind of teaches you how to portion control, how to select good foods, and keeps you on a system that you can learn to live with, because weight loss for a lot of us is not a one-time, I'll do it, lose the weight, and then I'm good, but it's more of a lifestyle change. So basically, what Weight Watchers does is it assigns point numbers or point values to foods. Foods with higher fat content, higher calories, and lower fiber have higher points, and foods with the opposite have lower point values. What that does is that encourages you to choose those better foods for you, essentially. And everybody in Weight Watchers is assigned a number of points that you can eat during the day. So it depends on how old you are, your current weight, your current height, your activity level, and a few other things. But essentially you have, I have, for instance, 37 points that I can eat during the day. Now that directly correlates to calories. So it's a lot like counting calories, but in a much simpler way. And it worked for me once. I lost almost 25 pounds. Then I went off it, gained a little bit back, and now I'm back on to try to make that final push to kind of do it for good. My parents are also on Weight Watchers. Between the two of them, they've probably lost like 80, 90 pounds or something like that. It's a drastic difference from what they used to be. Next question. My buddy John, WM Giles from Sweden, asks, so how much school do you have left before you have to decide what the next move is? Well, John, I'm actually right down to the end of my, at least this part of my college experience. I have One semester left. It's going to be a full semester, but I have one semester left, and then I decide on what I'm doing after that. Uh, User Isaac the Funny, who I am starting to realize is one of those hilariously random dudes, asks, if you could be any superhero, who would you be? You know, he's probably on my shirt. Yes, he is right there. You see him? If I could be any superhero, I would probably want to be Iron Man. Iron Man is just cool. You know, aside from all the shrapnel power plant thing in his chest that's keeping him alive thing, um, Iron Man's just like awesome. You know, that suit and everything. Although I probably would also want to be Superman because he's pretty much invincible. But that's beside the point. And finally, user the Powerpuff Boys asks, "What's your major in college?" Well, I've answered this a couple times, but I did want to answer your question specifically. My major in college is listed as media communications within the realm of film and video production. So TV, film, all that kind of visual media, definitely. Um, Definitely is in the line of what I'm doing. Uh, I also am taking a kind of a minor, not listed as a minor, but kind of a minor on my own interest in audio production. As you know, I'm also big in music and everything, and I want to learn not only how to make music and how to play music, but how to record it and make it sound good. Well, that concludes this week's segment of Question and Answer Wednesday. Once again, I want to thank everybody for wishing me a happy birthday. I am having an awesome time, I am sure, and everybody that will be wishing me a happy birthday. So once again, I will need questions next Wednesday for my question and answer period. Definitely leave me a question with anything you want, whether it's general, personal, or anything, you know? The meaning of life, the universe, and everything. I can try to answer that. So go ahead and leave the questions in the comments below. Sorry, that was a Ray William Johnson moment. But anyways, I just want to say thank you for watching. I enjoy making these webcam Wednesdays. Once again, today is Wednesday, April 21st, 2010, one day before my birthday, and it actually is my birthday. I've said that way too many times. I'm sorry. Once again, it is April 21st, 2010. It's a Wednesday. This is Webcam Wednesday. This is Mikey, and I will see you guys every day.